Hey, it's Timmy O'Neill, and we're live from OR to Summer Market 2015, back in Salt Lake City, and we're hanging with Luis Quehl, who is the Senior Design Manager for Lowepro.
Lowepro,
How are you, Luis?
that's us. Great.
Cool, man. So tell us about the brand. I'm familiar, it's an older brand, it's been around, it's got a great history, starting with Jeff Lowe, lending his name and expertise to the brand at its conception.
Yeah, so we've been around for a long time. It was Greg chasing Jeff, both of them up and down the mountains, and it really is one of those garage stories where the brand starts small because our founder had a problem. He needed to get his camera gear, he needed to get his film gear up the mountain, and there wasn't stuff out there for him. So from experiments with internal frame packs to some of the first sort of soft-sided foam padded bags for camera, that's where we started, and we've just kept on going from there.
So how have you guys changed Lowepro and your designs with the trends in photography? I mean, like with GoPro, with aerial photography?
Sure. All of that stuff is so fascinating right now. We've definitely had to chase the smaller format, and bags like our Photosport now are getting better for the smaller interchangeable lens cameras. There are so many photographers in the world now. Everybody wants to get the perspective that's their unique perspective, and we're trying to help them get to the places that help them get those perspectives.
So what are we looking at here? Let's do a product tour.
Okay, so again, really based on the photographers who inspired them, this was the second generation of our Photosport. The first Photosport, we had a group of photographers, the Aurora Photo Group, who said, we go trail running, but we're photographers, and we go trail running, we still need to take our full frame DSLRs. But if we do that in a regular bag, you can see this monster, right?
Yeah.
You go trail running with this.
Sure.
We do that with a regular bag, it's going to bounce around like crazy. So we had to come up with a system that would cinch this down really tight. So if you run with this, the camera, is not going to bounce around on you.
And then what's cool
so
is the side view, you can have everything else that you may need on top. You don't have to be unpacking your pack, you have the sleeve, right?
Yeah, you've got snacks, you've got a jacket, you've got anything else you want in there. And then we've got our new beast here, which we're calling Whistler. So Whistler is amazing. This was inspired by photographer Paul Morrison and a whole crew of other photographers he works with. So action ski photographer, he's got to be able to set this down in snow and mud. He's got to know that water's not going to get through the bottom. If he's got a snow shovel or avalanche probes in an expanding pocket here, he wants to have a vapor barrier so that you don't get water in with your camera gear.
Right. It seems like a really fun process to get to work with these photographers and then get to build in, like, this material on the bottom of the pack seems really resistant.
Yeah, no.
And then having that vapor barrier on the inside, so when you're putting in things that are covered with snow or maybe wet, it's not infiltrating into your camera gear. So you've been with the brand for 8 years. What do you see as the future of Lowepro?
The future of Lowepro is just taking everything that we've learned from all these really strong photographers and they're just, like I said, they're so demanding that we feel like we can take this and grow to do more for photographers, more for video, and then let's start to see where else we can go too.
And that design process, you said you started in architecture and then went back to school for design, and then this is basically like building this little house that you put on your back that you don't live in, but you live out of it.
Absolutely.
So why does Lowepro come to, why OR? Why outdoor retailer for you guys?
Oh, it's just, it's really an honor to be here in these halls with all these folks here. You could say that there are a lot of things that Lowepro does like others. We carry and we organize all your stuff. But what we bring to it is a level of protection that is really a cut above. I think that we do that better, particularly as we combine carrying and organizing and protecting. So.
Well, it sounds like you have a really cool job.
Yeah, it's super fun.
And looking forward to talking with you again, Luis Quehl.
Cool.
A pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much,
Timmy O'Neill
Timmy.
signing off live from OR.